So apparently me and everybody else watching this video, you all are evil. If you're a man. If you're a woman, no, you're a fallen angel. Wasn't Satan a fallen angel? Let's just see what this girl has to say.
I've never once met a good man. My entire life, going on almost 32 years, okay? I've never met one genuinely good man. Every single man I have encountered has done something absolutely horrific and minimized it. Every single man that I've encountered is a liar, is a perv, and does not see women as humans.
Do you have parents? Do you have a dad? A brother? All of them are evil perverts? And you'll notice it's always them doing this, them doing that, them. She never stops to think, why did all of my dates, long and short-term relationships, why did all of them act this way around me? Maybe it's me.
Every single man that I've ever encountered is so far up the patriarchy's booty butt. They genuinely think that it's okay for them to not grow past the mental age of 12. They genuinely think that having a job is all that they need to do. I have never met a good man. Not my father, I don't consider him a good man.
Oh shit.
My brothers, really not good men.
Oh shit.
My ex, baby daddy, not a good man. His dad, horrible man. His two brothers, one of them is halfway decent, but still don't consider him good. His sister's husband, really shitty. All of my male family members, horrible people. All of my past male colleagues, all of my male instructors, professors, all of them are fucking horrible. Horrible. There is no such thing as a good man. And if you think you're a good man, please explain why.
Well, I think I'm a good man because I'm not a brainwashed patriarch and I believe in women's rights. And I'm pretty sure there's way more men in the US that believe in women's rights. Way more than where I live from this part of Europe, okay? But also ask yourself, I'm pretty sure that a lot of, she's 32, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of the people she met, the women she knows, ask them, are you married? Do you have a husband? How long have you been together with? And all these men that she says that are evil, like her brother and her sister's husband, which, hey, he's still her husband, which maybe she's keeping him because he's evil and she doesn't want to get... Or maybe because he's an actual good husband, right? But yeah, maybe question all of those women that you know in your life that have husbands about their husband. And maybe question all these men that are so evil that have been in a relationship or, you know, maybe have a wife already and have been together for like years. Maybe question them, hey, how do you maintain a healthy relationship? What do you look for? Maybe you'll need that kind of a help because this kind of rhetoric, you'll be alone forever talking all this bullshit on TikTok.
I'd love to hear it because I guarantee you, probably 99.99% guarantee, your explanation is going to show that you are not a good man.
Okay, so the fact that I said that I'm for women's rights, I'm against raping, and I think in a relationship, both men and women have to both give 100%. It's not 50-50, it's 100-100. And after all of this, I'm a bad man. And I found this other girl saying how if you have the same opinion that I have, you're basically an evil bad man. Let's hear what she says.
Ladies, this is exactly how you can tell if a man is a bad man or not. You just say to him, all men are terrible. And if he disagrees and says not all men, then he's one of the terrible men. Because men that aren't terrible know that you are not referring to them.
Wait, my brain's... So I'm one of the bad men if I disagree with her that all men are evil. But then I'm a good man if I agree that all men are bad. But doesn't the term all men also encompass me? As in, you know, all men? Okay, so a hot take. Well, after all of these videos, this may not be a hot take. Men, if she is online spewing hate for men, saying all of this, that she is 100% certain that makes 100% sense, and you can clearly see there's no logic in that brain. That's how you know that she's a horrible woman. Because what does this kind of a personality in a woman tell you? Controlling? Maybe, probably. Argumentative? Most likely. Are you gonna be going to bed every night mad as fuck, questioning your whole relationship with this woman? Hell yeah, you will. And the other interesting part is the first girl said that they think it's fully acceptable for them to keep being mentally 12 years old. But everything you girls said right now is mentally being 12 years old. I remember being a little kid and hating every single girl because they're all bad and they all have cooties. And every girl was the same. Everybody was like, oh la, these boys, they're disgusting. They're like smelly and sweaty and yeah, just general fighting and stupid stuff between boys and girls. And you know what's the most likely reality here? So these girls probably approach the kinds of men that aren't good for them. The kinds of men that would ruin their health, mentally, physically, whatever, right? And then they base their judgment for every single man in the world. They base their judgment only on these kinds of men. And don't get me wrong, they can look like a nerd. They can look like a jock, like, you know, muscular and stuff. They can still be bad men, okay? They can still be manipulative and use you just for like sex and like not give a heck about your health and be controlling and liars and stuff. Most of the time, in my experience, in my almost 24 years of little life experience, most of your girls just choose these kinds of men. And it's fine if you do it once. Or twice, you're a fool because you got fooled for a third time and a fourth time, right? But this is who I'm attracted to. Well, there you go. That's the little girl in you talking. That's it. That's the little girl in you talking that you like bad men. And for all of the men watching this, don't worry. Most women are not like this. Well, at least in my experience. And from what I've seen, typically older women have, you know, better standards when it comes to dating and stuff. Who knows why? I'm not here to roast anybody. Let's just check out what this girl's saying.
Ladies, if you're screaming that you hate men and then simultaneously want a provider man, I have a very harsh reality check for you. No man's gonna like you, let alone a provider man who wants to ride for his woman, okay? That attitude, that narrative drives me insane. If you genuinely believe that all men are trash and all men are liars, cheaters, scammers, whatever, insert adjective there, that's exactly what you're gonna attract. That is exactly what you're gonna attract. I do not hang out with women who scream that narrative. All men suck, men are trash. Get away from me. Maybe in your reality, sure, but in my reality, there are a lot of wonderful men in this world. Okay? So please, I beg of you, sisters, get out of that mentality. Especially if you want a nice guy. Why would you sit there and be like, all men suck, all men are trash, and then think that you're gonna attract a nice man? Okay? You're not gonna attract any man with that attitude, let alone a provider. Okay? Jesus.
One thing I gotta point out is, do you notice that she said the word provider 15 times? But probably more. Maybe the whole video was just provider, provider, provider. I don't know, but that's what I heard, right? So as men, what makes us the most insecure? Being able to provide. Well, not being able to provide. And why are people so overly fucking obsessed with money and hustle culture and having a job or a business? Who brings all these standards to the market, to the dating market? You girls. So back to the first girl and what she was saying, this is why a lot of them think, oh, I just need a job and yeah, no shit, that's not the only thing you need. From what we're hearing online, money, 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 money. Yeah, right? Ladies, if you think that all of us are evil, well, I'd be happy to check your TikTok accounts 10, 20 years from now and see how you're doing. Happily with your cat alone. And meanwhile, I'll go back to my trash bin because, you know, I'm basically trash. So yeah, have a nice day.